We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the grind with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Riley. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He'll check it down to Geis. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Winston now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The second down throw for Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now, Barney.
A give to Elliott. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Jameis now on first down. Out to the left, it's complete to Dyson. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, stop. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Winston. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, Find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
To throw is Winston. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Jameis to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Riley. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. Caught on the right side, Reed. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Let's go now. Ready.
Winston now from the 50. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Winston now. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. One goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. Intended that time for Cooper.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's got this down to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, Winston again. The deep ball for Dotson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Winston. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A first down throw for Winston. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Here we go, get that, let's go, get out, get out. Here we go, 46.
Now it's the backup Prescott. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now Brown. And spins away. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
There we go. Wide, ain't it?
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Hey, switch. Gun.
Prescott now on second down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
3 down. Here we go, 46. Check. 26.
Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick here is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's Winston. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Tight end right. Ready. Black, 22. 3 down. Watch the foul, Pat.
Winston. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too. Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Geis with a carry on second down. Got some real estate inside the 30. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Sonic! Green, triple C! Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic! Green, triple C! Right here. Sonic!
To throw, Winston. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the interception by the Redskins. Dean leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And almost coast to coast. A great return marked down all the way at the 2.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Go, get out there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd down, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to the left, it's complete to Daxon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. A gain of 6 there on first. And they'll run it here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down, 4 down. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Yeah, I need one over here. I need one over here. Hey, sub. Let's go. Mike, 54. Mike. Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic.
Working out of the gun. Winston. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Jameis now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
4 down. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. Winston now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 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 Come on. Sunday.
From the red zone now, Winston. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there. Let's go. Let's convert. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Man, that's trash. Easy. Hey. He's coming. We got jump up. Sonic.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. Winston to throw it this time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, Winston. Caught on the right side, Reed. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw is Winston. Pass incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he stopped immediately there. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Gun.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Reuben Foster picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ready? Blue ready. Let him go.
Jameis now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Hey, let's give it some more.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Let's go.
First down, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Hey, let's give it some more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
Let's go now.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Winston being chased out left. His throw incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Easy.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
150. Easy.
Winston. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Get out. Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Here's Winston, escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.